What's going on, guys? So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I've had this truck going on 3 years. So a lot of the parts that I have on here are really getting some age on them. So I'm going to start doing more of these, like how have they held up review style videos. So we're going to go over certain things, tell you how long I've had them on the truck, my experience with them, how they have been. And today we're going to start out with a very important thing that you should not overlook buying. It can save you thousands and thousands of dollars. And that is going to be that guy hanging right there in the window. Vantrue dash cam. So here's the dash cam itself, obviously front and rear facing. You can also click this second button to turn off the video. It's still working, recording and whatnot, but it appears to be off, which is nice. Very sleek design, doesn't get in the way. This is like my point of view, so not bad at all. So I've had this Vantrue dash cam for going on 2 years now, and I do get a lot of questions asking about it. What is it? How does it work? Does it run all the time? Have you had any good or bad experiences with it? Because it is a fairly cheap, I think it was $100 to $200 dash cam. And if you missed the original install video, I'll be putting that towards the end of this video so you can see exactly how it is installed, because mine is running 24/7 and then it loops over old footage once you get full. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but it's something that a lot of people don't really use, at least not here. You don't really see people running them in trucks. Obviously there's plenty of videos on YouTube and stuff, but majority of people don't really think about having a dash cam. And in this world, it is something that is really good to have, because a lot of people drive terrible and a lot of people like to lie or try to be deceitful about things that happen. So if you have a dash cam, you can say, hey, this is what happened and here's the proof. If you're in some kind of dispute over an accident or something like that, or just if you like leaving your truck in parking lots or whatever, it's kind of a good peace of mind. If there's people out there that maybe don't like you or whatever, or there's just crazies out there that might want to mess with your vehicle, well, guess what? Now you can catch them, go turn it in to the police, and get them in trouble. Depending on how big your memory card is how much footage it can capture, obviously. So if you have like a 32 gig card, it's probably only going to capture a couple hours worth of footage before it starts writing over itself, which kind of sucks, because then you pretty much immediately have to find out whatever happened. I mean, it's fine if you have like a car wreck, then you can immediately look at it, but if like someone keyed your truck overnight, well, it's probably going to get overwritten. So I'd at least recommend a 128 or bigger. I think I have a 128 and it records like a full 24 hours before it starts writing over, so that's plenty of time for you to be able to find out something happened and be able to go back and look. Speaking about footage, because there's been a couple instances where I went to look back at something and it was messed up. So originally I checked it and it was absolutely perfect. Well, I've come to find out, I don't really know why, but it appears if you do remove the memory card and then just put it back in there as is, it trips out for some reason. So I found out that every time I pull footage off of it, put the card back in there, I need to format it. So it does nuke everything that's been filmed, so make sure you've got everything off of it that you want to get off. But formatting it through the system itself in the settings, that has eliminated the issue with it not properly recording and saving footage from there after. So that's pretty much the only software related kind of annoyance that has happened. But other than that, it's ran flawlessly. There's two different things that has happened to the unit physically that is kind of annoying or whatever. The first being something that I guess a lot of suction cups suffer from. This thing sits out in the sun all day long, and so some of those 100+ degree summer days where it's beaming on it, I'll come out to the truck and they'll actually have fallen down. It'll be dangling by the wire. Pretty unfortunate, because if anything did happen during that time, it probably wouldn't have been captured. It is still recording, but it's not properly placed, obviously. It has picked up a rattle, which is not doing it today, which is hilarious, but you can grab it and tighten everything and it'll go away for a little bit, but then it kind of comes back. It's just started doing that in the last month or two. I don't know why. Maybe it's due to the cold, maybe it's due to the sun blasting on this hard plastic for the last 2 years. It's just showing its age, not really sure, but that is pretty annoying. You can hear it in the footage, you can hear it driving down the road, but that's pretty much the only annoyances with it. Everything else has been absolutely great, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. So that's pretty much it. The review is, I have loved it. It's been great. It's given me peace of mind. It's been something that I can actually pull footage and look back and say, hey, this is actually what happened, or hey, this is what I saw. I would 100% recommend it. If you're thinking about it, just go ahead and get it. This is exactly my 2-year owner's experience with it. So been great, have enjoyed it. Definitely can pay for itself 1,000,000 times over with one accident that someone wants to lie about. So it's kind of a no-brainer to have this, especially in the crazy world that we live in now. So anyways, that's my review. The rest of this video is going to be the original video where I install it. So if you have a 2018 Silverado, this is exactly how you install it to run 24/7 and loop over itself, recording footage. No, it doesn't drain your battery. I've never had any battery issue with this, and with the range installed, it's perfectly fine. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. It definitely takes a lot of muscling. There we go. All right, so I think I'm gonna tap into this guy right here, which you hold sideways, and that's how you can read it. That's 37. It says battery system, so you can correct me if this is an incorrect one or not, but it's a 10 amp and it's going down to a 5, so I figured that's the best one to do the antifuse with. Little guy. So we're just gonna hook this up to this guy and then hook our dash cam up to it. See if we got juice. I already tested on there and it is showing power, but you know, we're gonna just double check. Probably a 10mm is where our ground's gonna go. All right, the ground is on. Go ahead and put this guy in here, just like that. Hook your battery back up, and then there we go. So we have power. All right, so now we're gonna take this guy off, and that shows a 10, so that should be the same. We'll just need to get a wrench. Yes, and like I've seen in other videos, be careful when you are taking these off not to hit your windshield, because you can break it. As well as there is a airbag under here, so just for extra precaution, take your battery terminal off again. That way this doesn't have a freak accident and explode, hit you in the face and kill you. So the camera itself does come with a USB and a cigarette lighter, so you could do it the simple way and just plug this in, but it will only run while the truck is running. We are wanting to record all the time though, so that's why we're hardwiring it, because I mean, I guess if it's like a Uber or something, you really don't, you just need it while it's running. However, in my scenario, I want it to run 24/7, so I'm gonna mount it like right here. Obviously I will adjust it once we get it fully wired up. That way we can, you know, adjust our camera and everything so the mirror doesn't get in the way. So basically I'm gonna start running the wire from up here and then underneath here, and you just kind of tuck it under there. Then we'll go back under here, zip tie the wires out of the way underneath the headliner, and then run down right there, and I will catch up with y'all then. So like I said, just run your wire up through here, under the headliner, all the way over here. Got a little bit of wiggle room for the dash cam so we can set it up and it can, you know, get it aligned properly and everything. But other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. So I'm gonna put it all back together and then we'll set this thing up. All right, so last step, you got this little guy right here. You wanna get you some double-sided tape just to keep it out of the way from flopping around. Here, up out of the way. So should not have any wires flopping around, anything like that. Put this baby back on there. Make sure we don't crimp any wires or anything. And just like that.